What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Star Wars The Black Series review. I'm Papa Gord, and I got a question for you before we get into this review, and that is, are you a top or are you a bottom? Because this figure, you're going to get a little new top and a little new bottom, but the accessory is what impressed me the most. So hang tight, and we'll get to this review. See you in a second. All right, so welcome back to another review. This one I was passing on. Hands down. I was like, no. I can make that figure out of two figures that I already have. One of which, the main part that I would need, hasn't even been on my shelves for, it's been a hot minute. And we are going to look at number 14 in the Andor line, the Range Trooper. I thought these guys were great in Solo. One of the high points, for me anyways, and I always kind of was hoping that maybe we would see them in the Star Wars lore again. Much like the Shore Trooper, we've started to see those armor bits show up in, like, The Mandalorian for one instance. So number 14, this was a hard pass. I was instantly, as soon as I heard about this figure, I'm like, no. I don't need this figure because all of my Solo figures are presently, let's just get rid of that, are presently in a bin. So if I wanted to have this Range Trooper from Andor on my Andor shelf, or I guess there's a shelf for Andor, well, right here, that I could take the Range Trooper from Solo and take an accessory from another figure, a gaming grade figure, and I would basically have the offerings of number 14. So if you need a little bit of memory jogging, this is the Range Trooper from Solo. The big, bulky, the fur collar was the thing that got me right from the get-go. I was like, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I am digging that. I was really upset when they holiday-fied it, but they didn't do the fur collar. Again, shout out. Thanks again, Mr. B. I love my 6-inch scaled Range Trooper version of myself. So yeah. So I, again, disappointed that they couldn't put the faux fur, but you got him, you got his blaster, you get these big chunky boots. I'm assuming, and let me know down in the comments because I could be wrong, that like mag boots, magnetic, so they don't fall off of the space train. I don't know. That's the way I'm kind of thinking anyway. So again, I could take this guy out of the bins, blow the dust off of him, give him a different accessory, stick him over here, and it wouldn't cost me a nickel to do it at all. If anything, I would get to add another figure back on my shelf, but I'd be taking an accessory away from another figure who presently holds it and has been on my shelves for quite a while. So yeah, so here is your standard Solo Range Trooper. I'm going to put him down, and we're going to have a look at the new Range Trooper. So again, I'm going to put my fingers up. Oh, forget it. I'll just show you. So from the knees down, this is the new piece to this figure. You get new boots. You kind of get like space slides. They almost look like kind of like flip-flops, or slides, right? That's what you call them. Not Crocs. We got the space Crocs when it comes to the old Mandalorian, Jango Fett mold. But these ones look like, I'm just going to put my Adidas slides on so I can go put the trash out first thing in the morning and then run back in the house. So this is what led me initially to deciding to pick up this figure. My local GameStop sent me a picture on their Discord, and I saw the figure and I was like, oh yeah, no, I don't need that because I have one of these guys and his accessory I also have. So no, this is great. I'm already saving money because I'm not buying every single Black Series figure that is coming out anymore. But I was like, hands down, I can do this figure for $0 and put it here. I tried looking at the picture that they sent me. I thought this looked a little different from at least the knees, down just slightly lower. It was really hard to tell from the picture. Oh, I don't really want to, but maybe I should. Hey, he's got the nice soft collar, so that'll be something. Yeah, but so instead of picking it up on Friday, I picked it up today, which is Monday. So yeah, he's been sitting there waiting for me. I hummed and hawed over the weekend and was like, no, I'm still not going to do it. And then I decided to take my lunch, went in, and was like, do you still have that Range Trooper? Because I'd like to take a closer look. And the minute I looked in and saw that the boots were different, I was like, oh, all right. Because I was just going to phone in, and I'm going to be extremely transparent with everybody here. I was going to take this Range Trooper with this accessory and just do a video on that. And was like, oh yeah, that'll be good. When I took another look at the Discord and saw that maybe the lower legs looked a tad different, and then went and saw it in person and went, oh man, those boots are completely different. I don't know the context. I don't know why well, I guess I don't know, but I'm not sure if I'm digging it. I do like the chunky boots because I think overall it goes with the look of the figure. He looks big, he looks bulky. Why not have big bulky boots? The triple Bs. The triple Bs. These aren't so big, these aren't so bulky. They are boots. So I'm not quite sure. So let me know what you think for this part anyways. Now, color-wise, I have always thought this guy was a little bit more on the white end of things, and this one more French vanilla. So vanilla, French vanilla. I think that can come through and show you that this is a lot more bright. This is a little more muted. That weird, good old Black Series weathering. So you get a little bit here, a little bit there. You get a little bit up on the helmet, just like this, but different. And then there's not a lick of dirt on the rest of the figure. He is super clean. At least with this guy, the cod piece, the belt, even a little bit of the lower skirting of the jacket looks a little dirty. No, not this guy. Also, it's kind of like an archive situation. You can see how much, again, new one, old one. You can kind of see how much brighter some of the paint apps are when it comes to these. You got more paint apps here, you got less paint apps there. This side, you get paint apps. The new one, no paint on that arm piece. Again, just the paint just looks a little bit more crisp. I guess the mask is slightly different as well from the paint job. So you got more of a black front and smaller there. Now, I did say the top that you were going to get a slight difference as well. So besides the mask, like the breather piece out the front there, and the lack of deco on the back, like here, if you look, the fur's different. They didn't have to do that, but I guess they decided it made more sense to have it cut out around the heater unit or the breather unit for this guy. This one just covers it up. So maybe wintertime, you have to do this. Summertime or the spring, you don't need as much coverings. So that's really the differences right there. If you already have this guy, I think you could probably skip the boots. We're going to look at the accessory. And that's the difference. So we're going to borrow the Gaming Greats guy right here. Came with this the rocket launcher. First time we had one of these guys right here. So again, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just use this with this guy. And there you go. There's number 14 for Andor. And you could probably, if you had extras, you were probably okay with doing that. Putting it out with your Andor figures. And Bob's your uncle. Maybe Skip's your uncle. I don't really know. Maybe you don't have any uncles anymore. But if you needed the box art, you need box 14. So, this is what I was going to do. Went and had a better look. This is not right. So, just look the scale, right? So, this comes up to about the shoulders to this guy. Here, let's use the new one anyway. So, here. So, roughly right, almost to the shoulders. Okay? Right? Got it? Now, this is the one that he cut. That comes with him. You hold that one up, and, well, lo and behold, you're going about halfway up the side of the helmet to about the visor. We got a whole new rocket light. Oh, boy, Hasbro, you spared no expense this time. Look at the difference. So, yeah, you get this whole piece here that fits a whole lot nicer, snug on the shoulder. So, initially, if you just take a quick glimpse, they do look very similar, very similar. But, yeah, we got a little short guy, and we got a big one. So, again, another question I will throw out to you. Does this accessory, along with the boots and the cutout fur, does that make this a worthwhile purchase to put into your collection? Whether you're a completionist or not, I guess you'd have to be to make this probably a worthwhile purchase, because there are probably those out there that could probably make do with taking an accessory from an existing figure, giving it to another existing figure, and saying, I just made something new to go with another grouping. As much as the boots, I haven't warmed up to these yet. I will have to see the boots in action on Andor, but this is very nice. Very, very nice. I'm very happy with this. The fur cutout, whatever. I am indifferent. Looking at it like this, it doesn't even look like it's even cut evenly. But that could just be the way I'm looking. But no, it doesn't look like it's quite evenly cut. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments. Are you good just cracking an old figure out to take a new space? Or do we need new to take over a new space? Anyways, there you go. Comment, share, like, subscribe, all that usual YouTube mumbo jumbo. We'll see you in the next review. Later, eh?